Okay, so I did not see Tanya. I didn't see Orisa yet. Tony, no. Emily, no. That's it, right? All right, we'll get started so you don't have to wait too long. We'll get you out of here. Happy Wednesday to all of you. Hope you're staying dry. We'll go over the items that we discussed yesterday, and I'll review that for you. So we'll go over opportunity costs and scarcity. We'll also talk about the factors of production briefly, the economic systems overview that you got yesterday, and then show you the two assignments that you need to complete before next Monday. So if you haven't already, go ahead and log into Canvas, and you can click on your modules page and go to module 3, which is what we covered yesterday. We'll review these items for you very quickly and then show you what you need to do to complete the module. Alrighty, so real quick, the first thing that we did was make sure that you had access to an online textbook. And so if you go to this first page, remember that this blue link here is going to offer you the ability to have an online test. So if you click on that, the only thing that you needed to make sure you had besides that was my email address. I'll put that in the chat room again. If you don't autofill your username and password, I think you'll need to type that in every time. But you'll need that to access period 2, which is what you are. And so once you are in there, basically what it does is allow for you to have access to an online text. So if you ever want to go back and review something, you can see here, economic systems, what we talked about yesterday is available. Later, when we get into supply and demand, unit 4 and 5, or even equilibrium, which is unit 6, you'll see that you have some text here. So you can click on this. You can go to any of the areas that you want. Let's say you want to do supply and demand, and just look up and see what it has. There's text there for you to review any of those options. So if you need any help in accessing that, just let me know. But that's the first thing that we covered yesterday to make sure you had access. Second thing that we talked about was scarcity and opportunity cost. And if you remember, what we did was talk about the last 5 items, right, that people purchased. And so this was from period 3. I just left it out. It's really the same as what you have. But we talked about things that people buy, just like we did with your period. And so these are some of the items that people bought recently or would buy. When you do that, right, you make a decision in an economic exchange, that is your opportunity benefit, right? The item that you got is your opportunity benefit. It's what you got in exchange for your resources. So the things that you buy are your benefit. The things that you give up, right? The things that you give up are your opportunity cost. And so when we took a look at the person that bought the Family Guy t-shirt, a pack of masks, food at the grocery store, car parts for their truck, or shoes, the things that they could have bought, right, are their opportunity cost. So these things that they could have bought instead would be their opportunity cost. And so the one thing that you want to realize is that when you buy something. When you have an economic exchange, the things that you get are your benefit. The things that you could have purchased or could have got are your cost. And those can always be discussed in either a specific product or service or a dollar amount. So benefits and costs can always be decided, right, or labeled according to what the product or service was or how much it cost. It can work either way on that. And then the reason that we have to make these choices is what we've talked about throughout the entire unit, which is this idea of scarcity. Everything on this earth is scarce. There's a particular number of pencils at this very moment. There's a particular amount of pieces of paper at this very moment. Doesn't matter what we're talking about, everything is scarce. Even if you walk into a grocery store, right, and there's more food in there than there are people, or there's more food than what people at the time could buy, food is still scarce. So even if we have a surplus of an item, it's still scarce because if we had the technology or the ability or the time, we could count every package of Dorito chips, let's say, that are for sale or produced at this very moment throughout the entire world. So that is what we were referencing when we were talking about scarcity, opportunity benefit, opportunity cost. And simply, economics is the study of how people decide to make those decisions. Any questions on that? In this video, we talked a little bit about scarcity, but also this idea of factors of production. It was a short little 4-minute clip, right, where they talked about things that go into providing goods and services. And those 4 items, right, in terms of the factors of production that they talked about were land, labor, capital, and what we can call business knowledge or entrepreneurship. And so those are the things that go into producing goods and services. So even if we go to this list, right, these factors of production went into making these particular parts, no matter what we're talking about, right? Movies are made from writers. Maybe surfboard is made from another pre-made material. Everything that is produced in our economy, and most economies around the world, are made up of a combination of land, labor, capital, or business knowledge. Any questions for that? All right, so then what that brought us to is basically what is economics, right? Economics is the study of how people who have basically wants and needs and resources get those for themselves or their family. So we'll have people with resources, right? An entire society maybe. And then we'll have people who have wants and needs, right? The difference between a want, right? You could want a Lamborghini, but you probably need shelter, food, and water, clothing to survive. All economics is, and all different economic systems are, is the study of the exchanges that take place between those who have wants and needs and those who have the resources, products, or services to be able to exchange for that. And all economics is the study of that process and exchange. And so when you look at what's going on, that is all economics is. And there were 4 basic economic systems, and we'll look at this closer, right? But there's a traditional system that's really based off of religion or cultural norms. We have a market system in which individuals and society make it up, the decisions. We have a command economy similar to North Korea, China, Cuba, in which the government makes a decision. Or we have a mixed system that is somewhat market, somewhat command, right? We have individuals and government working together to make the decisions. And so all economists basically study is how societies exchange resources with people who have wants and needs. And so they'll fit into a specific category in terms of what type of system it is, helps if you spell traditional right, and how those exchanges take place. That's all economics is in the study of that. Questions for me on that one? All right, and so as I said, to complete a module, you want to make sure that you go through each of these pages. The only thing that you need to do between now and next Monday is a short set of review questions based on scarcity and opportunity cost, as well as the economic systems. And so basically what you're looking at, let me go back to the home page because it'll be a little easier for you to see, is there are two sets. I'm going to reset this. There are two sets of questions, 10 questions each. And basically what you are going to do is answer questions on scarcity and opportunity cost, as well as economic systems. So in unit 1, all right, in unit 1, right below your pretest are two sets of questions based off of scarcity and opportunity cost and economic systems. And it says test, it's not really, it's just 10 review questions. If you want to go over anything more besides your notes, there are little tutorial slides that you can watch. If you feel confident, there's 10 questions. As I said, it's very, very easy. This one here, right, talks about Nick has been hired as the marketing director of a sports goods manufacturing company, classifies new job incentives as monetary or non-monetary, and you just drag them over, right? And so basically a salary increase, right, is monetary. Flexible work schedule doesn't have to do with money, so that would be non-monetary. Commission on every sale would go here. And so you're just going to drag these to the proper place, right? Commission, stock options would be monetary. Work schedule would be non-monetary. Friendly co-workers would be non-monetary. And reduced work hours would be non-monetary. And then when you're done, you just click on next and go to the next one. So there are 10 questions on scarcity and opportunity cost. There are 10 questions on monetary systems, right? So in this one, it says if a society decides to produce consumer goods from its available resources, it's answering the basic economic question of what to produce, right? There were only three: what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. If they're deciding what to produce, it would be obviously what to produce, right? Next question: some of the money that people deposit in a bank eventually becomes an injection into the economy when the bank makes loans, right? And so it just talks basic exchanges there. So once you're done with that, all you have to do is exit out. If you get locked out or for some reason it gets locked, just email me and I can unlock that for you. But those are the only two sets of questions that you need to do before next Monday. And then I think module 4 will look more closely at factors of production and sort of identifying them and see how things go into that. Any questions for me? Okay, so then on your to-do list before next Monday is to do those 2 assignments. So you're going to do the 10 review questions on scarcity and opportunity cost and the 10 on economic systems. Those will start showing up in Aries Monday afternoon. We'll check back with each other again on Monday during our office hours times. If you have any questions or need any help, certainly happy to provide that then. Hope you stay dry. If you need any help or get signed into TCI or anything else, you can hang on and I'll help you. Otherwise, you can use the rest of the time period to finish those review questions and be done for the week.
Excuse me, sir. For the mastery test, do you want us to do what we did last time and take a photo and then send you that, or is it just going to pop up in our Admentum?
Either way. Once you click on that box, it automatically should take you through Admentum. If not, just use the Admentum login. But as soon as you finish, I get a notification in Admentum. So I can show you that there. When somebody finishes something in Admentum, I get a notification, so I'll show you what those look like right here. So I loaded those in. So see scarcity opportunity costs, Trevor already did it, and I just get a notification. So once I get the notification, I can put it in automatically for you, so you don't need to worry about resubmitting that. That's why I have you log in to Admentum, and then it'll just send that automatically. Saves you guys a step.
And we're doing the things before that, right? Like the scarcity and opportunity, like little tutorial thing.
Only if you need a review. All it does is help you review. Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
Just a second.
Yeah, you're being graded on the 10 questions. If you want to go through the tutorial gives all the answers. So it's really a time thing for you, depending what you want to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you bet. Any others? Great question. Perfect. So if you need any help, just reach out to me. If something locks, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you Monday. Stay dry.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you for your help. Have a nice day.
You bet. Anytime, Joe. We'll see you later. Anybody have a question? Going once, going twice. Anyone?